Well, greetings, business management students. This is Mr. Doucette, and I will be your instructor for the fall 2025 8-week or 9-week term here in business management at Cerritos College. And I want to welcome you, and I'm excited that you're taking my class, and I'm excited to be your instructor. I've been teaching at Cerritos College since 2019 when I was hired by the BCOT department to be a full-time professor. However, I only stayed a year because I got hired at Norco College the following year, and I live out in the Inland Empire. So as difficult as it was to leave, I had already built some great relationships. I made the decision to depart. However, they've been gracious to me and giving me classes to teach both in the business department and in the BCOT department. And so I'm excited to be teaching management this semester with you. What I'm going to do in this video is just kind of show you first how to log into Canvas in case you've never done that before. And I'm also going to step you through how to navigate around our course online once you're in the online course. So let me, for just a second here, I'm going to go out and I'm going to log out of Canvas because I'm still in there from earlier today. So let me log out, and then what I'll do is I will show you how to log back in. So all right, let me share my screen here. Oh, I gotta stop sharing this. Start sharing that. All right. So here I am. I didn't show you how to get here, so I'm going to back up a little bit more. And I'm going to go to the Cerritos website. So I'm going to type in Cerritos College.edu or cerritos.edu. And now I'm on the home page. So this is where you want to start to log into our class. And you just want to select the quick links button here. And then right there is Canvas. So select that. Now this will show you the credentials that you need to log in. Mine's already all set up and yours will be too once you've signed in. But it's going to be your email address, and then it's also going to be your birth date. That's going to be your sign in. So the 2 days of the month, the 2 days of the day, and the 4 digits of the year. And that's going to be what you use to log in. Once you've input those, you're going to click submit or log in. And then I have the two-factor on here. So it's going to give me a code and it allows me to log in. And hopefully you can set yours up that way as well. So that way nobody can hack into your Canvas page. And that brings me to what's called the Canvas dashboard. And this is where all of your classes will be hosted, whatever number you're taking. As long as they have an online component, there'll be an online folder for your class. And our folder for this class is right here, BA115. Go ahead and select that, and that'll bring you into our class in Canvas. Now, Canvas is called a learning management software, so it hosts all of the assignments. In this case, it hosts even your textbook and everything you're going to need to be successful in this course. So now that we've logged into our class, you're actually on our homepage for the class. And if you notice here, the information about the class is here. There's a link to Zoom. If we need to meet in Zoom, you can go there. We can set up a meeting and meet. There's a thing called Simple Syllabus that we're doing now, and it's basically the syllabus online. It has all the most current information. Then there's a modules button here, which is the same as these four across the top. The only difference is this will bring you to the top of the modules page, where these will bring you to each one of the beginnings of each one of the separate modules. And then you have a grades button. So if you ever want to check your grades, you can click it there. You can also click many of these things also on the left menu. And then across the top, we have the four modules. So this class is broken into four modules, 2 weeks each, except the last one is 3 weeks because it's your final week. So whatever module we happen to be working in, just select that module based on the date, and that'll show you what you need to complete as far as coursework, etc. So I'll go over that in a few minutes here. But the next row, what you want to highlight here, I want to highlight here is there's a start button, and the start button just basically is the first step to getting started. So make sure you start there once we're done, or once you're on the web page here. You want to look around a little bit, then go ahead and click start, and that'll get you started. Right next to that is the syllabus button, and this is the paper syllabus. The other one's online. This is a paper one if you want to download it and have a copy of it. It'll be the latest. It's similar to the one I already emailed you earlier in the week. And then next to that is a communication plan. This is how you can best get a hold of me, how I will interact with you, how you can interact with other students, as well as what feedback and things I will give you on your assignments. Make sure you read all of that. But if you need to get a hold of me, there's multiple ways of doing it right there on the communication plan. And then next to that is a help button, and this lists the phone number for our help desk as well as for Canvas. email addresses. It also has my contact information, including my cell number, if you need to text me for an emergency or an urgent matter. And then at the bottom of that page is a what we call an open forum. So you can hit reply and you can ask questions, you can answer questions, you can make comments, and everyone in the class will be alerted that you've done that or made a comment, and we can all view it, we can all comment on it, etc. So it's really just an open forum to dialogue and ask questions among the whole class. So take advantage of that. But that's pretty much the home page. There's a few other resources down the bottom here that you might want to look at that are all links to our website. But the main thing here is just getting started. So I'm going to click the start button. And this is going to give you a little overview of the class. There's a little bit about me and this bio right here. It's an online class. Here's how you can navigate the class. If you're on a tablet or phone, you may not see the menu to the left. So you need to go up and click the little down arrow, and then it'll open up that same menu that you see now on your left. And then as far as getting started, go ahead and read the syllabus. Go ahead and watch the welcome video, which you're doing now. Go ahead and complete the check-in assignment. Very important. The check-in assignment must be done on the first day of class. This is like the first day of class attendance, and if it's not done, you very likely will be dropped from the class. So please do that right away. Do it right now. Click that link. It'll bring you to the assignment. You can complete it. And then once you've done that, return back to this page or just go to module number 1 on the home page and you can get started. And so I went ahead and selected module 1. However, I do want to encourage you to go back and to start at the very top. And that's because there are questions being asked here about how do I get my textbook? If I'm going to be involved in the retail management program, there's an important letter for you right here. And then here's the steps to take to purchase the textbook. So you can select that module or that folder in the module, and it should bring you to being able to purchase the textbook. So let me see, it's not working for me right now for some reason. I don't know if it's just slow. It looks like it is. So anyway, you should be able to start at that top module, but all of these are ways in which you can get through the coursework. I'm sorry, get through all the preliminary stuff. So make sure you look through this coursework and access folder, and then come down here. There's some additional resources as well, how to use the resources, how to read through the textbook, things like that, because it's all online. It's not like you have a physical text or that you're opening a separate document. It's actually built into the class. But then once you're ready to get started after all that, go ahead and click on the mandatory check-in assignment, which you should have already done. And then you can just click next as you work your way through. There's a study plan here for the first chapter. So go ahead and, you know, go inside there. It's going to ask you to take a readiness check. And then you can come down here under the Learn section and you can read the Learn section and read all 3 folders. And then there's a quiz. And then you have a couple of attempts to do the quiz. And then when you've completed all of that, you're going to need to go back to modules and you're going to need to pass up. I don't know why it doesn't let you just continue, but you're going to need to pass up the study plan and go right into the quiz. Actually, the quiz was built right in, so you would have already done the quiz. My apologies. And then there is a slide deck at the bottom of each chapter or the end of each chapter in modules here, and you can certainly, I encourage you to actually look through the PowerPoint before you take the quizzes and start the study plan. It might help you to do better. Anyway, and then that's going to bring you then to the final assignment of the week, and that's going to be your assignment goals current event analysis. And so once you complete that, and if you click next, it'll bring you to the next week's study plan, and you can get started on that. So for some reason, it doesn't allow you to click the next button on the study plan pages. So unfortunately, you have to go back out to modules or click the home page and select the module we're in, and then come down to that week based on date and go past the study plan to the quiz. Actually, again, sorry, the quiz is included in the study plan, so you won't need to redo the quiz. You'll just continue on with, in this case, a slide deck, and then you'll click next again, and it'll bring you to the next page, which will be another study plan. So some weeks you have one study plan, some weeks you have 2. I kind of give you a reprieve every other week, so you're only doing one study plan, and then some weeks you have double. That's how we get through all the content of the course. So, all right, well, have a great first week, everyone. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Click the communication plan on the homepage to get a hold of me the best ways that works for you. I also have the ability for you to book a meeting with me or an appointment with me, so take advantage of that. But if not, have a great first week and be looking for feedback from me in your assignment submittals, as well as via announcements. And I also will be doing a video every week, kind of going over a little bit of a recap of what you learned, what we'll be learning, as well as what assignments that you should be working on. So you're working on week one, module one this week. And until I see you or you see me on video next week, have a wonderful week.